The man accused of planning to bomb Music Fest was linked to at least 4 other explosions around Bethlehem. Over in Fayette County, the public rallied and won against a proposed well injection. That new AFSCME contract will cost taxpayers over $3 billion over the next 4 years. And if you ever wanted a sushi robot, now's your chance. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and you're listening to Today in PA. The affidavit against the man who's accused of planning to bomb Music Fest was sealed by court order since his arrest a few weeks ago, reports Lehigh Valley Live. Those records, which were sealed by Bethlehem police to, quote, protect the integrity of the investigation and to lessen alarm to the public, unquote, have been released as of Monday. This podcast previously reported how Robert L. Bowen was taken into custody thanks to an anonymous tip, and how he was thought to have been behind a few other explosions that have happened previously throughout the area. The records have confirmed that he's suspected to be behind at least 4, several of which went off below the Hill-to-Hill Bridge. Bowen currently faces a felony charge of possession of weapons of mass destruction, among others. He was sent to Northampton County Prison in lieu of $500,000 bail, and whether he has an attorney yet remains unknown. Residents of Fayette County caught wind back in July of a proposed well injection for fracking wastewater in Nicholson Township, reports the Center Square. The application had been submitted to the federal EPA by a Virginia-based company called G2 STEM, and the permit would have authorized G2 to pump up to 77,500 barrels of waste into the well each month for the next decade. Needless to say that a lot of locals weren't too jazzed about this, spurring an organization called Fight for Fayette that sought to nip the proposal in the bud. Many residents expressed concern over the possibility of groundwater contamination, as well as other potential hazardous factors. On top of that, says Representative Charity Grimm-Krupa, quote, if the company requesting this disposal well were to file for bankruptcy, innocent landowners may have to foot the bill for the cleanup. Others still claimed that the EPA wasn't as transparent as it should have been about the proposal. G2 withdrew its application this month, citing, quote, the number of legitimate concerns and the challenges to overcome, unquote, brought forward by their engineers and geologists. The Shapiro administration recently reached a new labor contract with the biggest union representing state employees, the American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees Council 13, aka AFSCME, states PennLive. This podcast previously talked about this contract, but a new projection from the state's independent fiscal office has revealed that, in the 4 years the contract will exist for, Pennsylvania's taxpayers will be footing a $3.2 billion bill. This projection is based on the framework that was ratified by the AFSCME, which raises salaries by over 22%, and potential pay raises for management and other non-union employees. That, plus an assumption that its terms will be replicated in other pacts of smaller unions that usually track the AFSCME deal. The average full-time AFSCME member's salary is expected to jump from over $52,000 a year to over $63,500 by the time this deal expires. A fine dining sports bar in Philadelphia called Bankroll is closing for good after just 5 months of being open, says Billy Penn. This brief moment of existence may have been due to the general confusion as to what Bankroll was supposed to be, especially considering the fact it offered caviar, $200 steaks, and $18 beers on its menu. Whatever the cause of its demise, the flash-in-the-pan spot is now auctioning up its entire inventory from cleaning supplies to its liquor license. Among the items on the block is a sushi robot that can make customizable sushi rolls, bacon racks, and Xbox consoles. No wonder people were confused about this place. That's all for today. For all the latest news, visit PennLive.com. And please remember to rate this podcast and to share it around with your family and your friends. Thanks in advance, and as always, thanks for listening. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and I'll talk to you tomorrow for more Today in a PA.